Welcome to Sandlot Sports. I am Adam Capperson. I'm here with Dorian Cody.
You're kind of stupid. Orlando Magic, baby.
Uh,
Woo! NBA. Let's go.
and BJ Thomas.
Oh, unfortunately, that's extra stupid. It's just bad to be a fan of theirs. All they're trying to do is pay that arena off. So that's all I'm going to talk about this year is how they just let us down. That's it.
Today is the tip off of the NBA season. And guys, we've made it. We started last year with the tip off of the NBA season, and here we are going to the next season. That's an accomplishment. But we'll start with college football like we normally do because people actually care about football and not the Orlando Magic. Probably the best tweet I've seen in a while was what Purdue said to Iowa. It's like, we beat the number 2 out of Iowa. And the double entendre was just chef's kiss, beautiful.
My
Did defense see that coming?
No, I didn't.
Oh. I didn't. I saw Iowa losing. I didn't see them losing to Purdue.
Right.
No.
Damn, like it's so much to unpack in that game. Like, do you think that Iowa overlooked Purdue?
Yes. I think they overlooked. I think Iowa had to play perfect for their game. Their game was defense, strong running game, and let the quarterback not screw up. Well, the problem was the quarterback screwed up. I think he had like 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
And they're not a team that can come back from that.
Oof.
I mean, if Bryce Young for Alabama throws 4 interceptions, he'll probably bounce it out with 5 or 6 touchdowns. Same with CJ Stroud from Ohio State. Iowa's just not built that way, and it showed.
Dang.
Yeah.
My defense. I just praised the defense so highly last week. I said, I think your defense is up there where Alabama's normally is. And then you do this.
Well, I don't blame their defense. It's hard to get up when your offense is turning it over 4 different times.
Fair enough.
Because Michigan would have that problem a couple of years ago is their defense would be really good, but if the offense was just terrible, the defense never got a rest. And it was just demoralizing to go out there after, Denard Robertson throws his 3rd interception of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can also see it in Iowa's defense. Like, once those interceptions started happening, they were like, oh, fuck, here we go. And that fatigue kicked in, man.
Yeah, the mental and physical, being out there on the field so long, and the fact that there's no help on the other side.
Yeah, and that just wears on you.
Yeah. Especially when some other guy's trying to kick your ass every turn.
Yeah.
It makes for a rough weekend.
Yeah. And I guess the question now with Iowa basically being out of it, because they'd have to run the table and beat Ohio State or whomever comes out of the East in the Big Ten title game to even have a chance at the playoffs. Who's in? Is it Cincinnati? Does Cincinnati now have a chance?
So you're saying a 1 loss? Like, I'm confused here.
Uh-oh.
They have 1 loss, am I correct?
Well, and that's what I said. They'd have to run the table, which includes a victory of Ohio State to even get up there.
Yeah. Seems like a tall task now because Ohio State can score points.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like you guys can.
No.
Consistently.
And that's the problem, especially with the Big Ten team, is there is a huge log jam at the bottom of the top 10. I mean, I think pretty much the entire bottom of the top 10 is Big Ten teams. Because you have Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, and Michigan State. I think 4 through 9.
I'm looking at the AP top 25 right now.
Cincinnati is number 2.
It is clogged up in there. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
5 through 9's Big Ten city.
And so even if those teams lose,
Iowa's at 11 right behind. Yeah. It's Oregon at 10 and Iowa at 11. So
yeah. But see, and here's the problem. So like Iowa needs those teams to lose, but those teams are going to lose against other good teams. So they're not going to drop that far. Because let's say, more accurately, Penn State beats Ohio State. Okay, cool. Ohio State's not dropping that far to really help Iowa.
With 2 losses, though? That would be their 2nd loss.
If Ohio State loses to Penn State, I still don't see them dropping behind Iowa. Because they're Ohio State. They get the benefit of the doubt of the name. That was the thing I've talked about blind resumes in the past. is if you take the name off and just look at the statistics, you're going to rank them a lot differently than if you look at the team names.
Yeah.
You know, it's something I've advocated for just in life. Take a resume, take off the gender, take off the name, and just say, here's my qualifications. Hire me based on that. And I think you'd get a lot more different interviews. Same with the top 10. I think if you just looked at, in fact, we can even do it now because I have the numbers up. If you looked at just the numbers and took the names out of it, I think your rankings would be a lot different than what you think they would be.
Yeah, but then, I don't like that because then we can't identify what conference they're from and who they played against.
Okay.
And that's a big deal. Because like
So-
Iowa's just sitting there waiting on Ohio State now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
had Florida not lost and had 2 losses, you could say they would have a shot if they beat
That's
Georgia.
okay. You think they're going to beat Georgia next week?
Yes. Crazy. Because they're gonna put what's it, Henderson?
AR-15.
Richardson.
Richardson, excuse me. They're gonna put him in and he's probably gonna explode and then transfer.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep. Be like, take this. Should have been like this. Take him to the SEC championship and then walk out. Nope.
Right.
Yeah, I had a feeling that after that game on Saturday, somebody would be fired. I didn't think it'd be the guy we were advocating for that should be fired the week before, who won the game.
I knew it was Ogeron.
Yeah.
Because Dan Mullen's offense didn't let him down.
No, their defense did. That is
Yes.
not a Gator defense.
No.
No.
I don't think Grantham will be there next year.
No,
Because that's the only way. I think that's the only way Mullen keeps his job if he shakes the coaching staff.
Hubbard did in Michigan. He shook up the coaching staff.
Not trying to be a jerk, but it's a different situation down here. You know it is.
Yeah,
Florida's
But-
only going to tolerate a couple years of bullshit and you're gone.
I know, but I mean, had Hubbard not done what he did, had he kept Don Brown, he would not be gone. He would not be there.
Right.
Hmm.
I just think defensive shakeup is in order for sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
but he's still got to answer for why no quarterback change after weeks and weeks of mediocre quarterback play and a couple of decent games. Why are we not answering for the not switch a quarterback, especially in desperate
Mhm.
times call for desperate measures? So
Yeah,
Mullen has to answer for that at some point, and I don't know if he's going to care to.
it didn't sound like it.
And
You know,
I don't-
during that press conference, it did not sound like he cared.
I don't think they can, to be honest with you. Because could you imagine what's the phrase? You can't bark at every dog along the path or you won't get it.
Yeah,
You know, so I think to a point they can't care. Like all you guys are gonna do is write stories anyways.
Mhm.
40%, 40 to 50% of the time you're gonna twist whatever I say to sell papers and get clicks. So I really don't care what you say. Like it's none of your damn business anyways. It's just part of your job.
And plus, it's different too because it's not the NFL to where a coach can say shit about a player and expect him to man up. Like you're still
Oh.
dealing with kids, and it's like, okay, we're still trying to have a winning season.
isn't
I
that
don't
the
wanna
Mike Gundy
kill
thing?
someone's
I'm a man. I'm 40.
confidence.
Pick on me.
Oh no, I would lie to them so much. I would lie to them as much as I could get away with by NCAA rules. Like I know
Right.
you have to disclose injuries and you have to disclose stuff like that. But other than that, I would. Oh my God, they
So
would just
BJ,
look-
who's your starting quarterback this week? Danny
I don't
Werfel.
know. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
idea.
Right. Just be neutral. I have no
Your
idea. Will.
Your mom's gonna come in here and try out.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
say that.
My press conferences are gonna be short. Trust me. Trust me. You think Marshawn Lynch is funny? Yeah, Marshawn's funny for your kids. I'm not trying to be that.
I feel, hey, Coach Thomas, who's gonna be your starting quarterback today? It's gonna be your mom. She's starting next.
Mom. But for some
That's
reason,
hilarious,
she's
by the way.
limping. Come on, man. Like, seriously, you ask these questions that are also like, he shouldn't answer them because it's a strategic advantage.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
That's why it's none of your business.
Right.
I'm talking about younger adults. Like, do we need to put all this pressure on you now asking Emory all these questions about him being backup or sitting on the bench or splitting time. But no, we don't need to do that either. So I think he's just protecting the family.
Yeah.
We might not like the way he does it, but I don't think like I said, he didn't give a crap.
And I joked about it, but that was the Mike Gundy thing from was it 15 years ago when he went on his rant. One of the newspaper writers went after the starting quarterback and was calling him out. I think the kid was like 19 or 20.
Yeah,
and Gundy got up
like,
there. Yeah, and Gundy got up there and went, "Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40."
Yeah.
And to some extent, he's right.
Yeah, you have to protect those players.
Sure. It was just hilarious the way he went about it. Let's just be honest about that.
Yeah.
That press conference was hilarious. If you sat through that straight faced, you have no sense of humor. None. I don't even want to imitate him because I would have to yell into the microphone to do that.
You have to grow your mullet out for the next couple of years first.
Yeah, it was.
Come after me. I'm 40. I'm a man.
Quite entertaining.
And he's what, 55 now?
Honestly, isn't that the last great press conference?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a Spurrier anymore.
No, there hasn't been anything solid since then.
Well, and I think coaches
Harbaugh does press conferences like he's on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I could be on the spectrum. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
But like that's what it seems like. Like he seems socially awkward when he does press conferences.
And
he makes me feel awkward.
I think coaches have realized how to play the game better. Just as we've progressed with media and social media, I think they've realized how to play the media game a lot better. It's not like back in the 80s and 90s. You got Hal McRae throwing tables in the locker room, or we don't have Steve Spurriers anymore.
That I'm telling you, that podium slap from Denny Green though.
We are who they thought they were.
And we let him off the hook. Oh man. Bill Parcells was probably the best at like just destroying the media.
Yeah.
Like destroying the media. He was either very disappointed in you or didn't want to talk to you. Those are the only two responses you get from Bill Parcells.
Who was it that came with a bullwhip to the press conference? Was that Bobby Knight?
Look, you coaching a sport that's primarily black players and you're walking around with a whip. Like, am I the only one seeing this?
Yeah, I'll be a little uncomfortable. Hey, coach, what are you trying to do?
Jeez. Man.
Yeah.
You ever actually, I mean, I can imagine it's like getting popped by a towel. It's got to be like twice that at least, wouldn't you think?
Probably.
I've seen people get cut from getting popped by a towel.
Yeah. So, but I think it was Bobby Knight. I'll have to look it up and I'll correct it.
Right now, 1992.
No.
It was...
Yes. No.
He was flipping a bullwhip during the NCAA playoffs, and the NAACP was like, "That's not a joke."
He's like, "Yeah, it is, because I'm joking." That's why it's a joke.
If you don't get it, it's gotta
be. Dude, he did it to his best player at the time, Calbert Chaney. I remember Calbert Chaney. He was a bug. So Calbert Chaney was bending over, and Bobby Knight flipped the whip towards his ass. Oh my God. Bobby Knight is such a fucking bigot, man.
Like, you're just not realizing this?
Like a beloved bigot.
Yeah, like a beloved.
Like a beloved bigot. Like he's a superstar bigot. Everybody loves him.
Like, bro, like, what makes you think that was okay? Like,
Nah, there's people in your community that love him too.
Yeah, you're right.
He brainwashed him. This
right?
is good for you.
Right? I pray for coaches who
this is good for you. Knight. Crack. You're like, what? No, it's not good for me. It's terrible for everyone.
Like his top player. Good job, son. Oh my God.
And the thing is, if he can do it to Calvert, he can do it to anybody on this team now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any one of you can get it. That's like the equivalent of doing it to Tracy McGrady. Any one of you can get it now.
So yeah, and think about it, that wasn't even 30 years ago.
Nope.
It was 92.
Wow.
What? White people are weird, man. I'm telling you, we're weird.
Oh my God.
We're weird.
Joe reading more into the story, and now he's about to cry.
No. Like Bobby Knight called it a motivational device. Wow.
Well, so did Calvin Candy, I'm sure.
Bro, I did not
Yeah.
know this. Like, I'm reading it, and it's like he's justifying having to whip Mike. Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a joke. Look for
Yeah.
players.
It's weird because like I want to laugh, but I don't think I'm supposed to. Like I don't know what to do
I
right
know.
now.
And I feel bad for laughing. Like I'm laughing because I can't believe it happened. I
Yeah,
don't think
That's
it's
what I'm
funny.
laughing. The absurdity of it all. You're just like, oh my god, it's so uncomfortable. I have to laugh.
Oh,
And somebody's like, you're a racist. Be like, no, just awkward. Like,
wow.
Yeah, Dwayne, I can't believe you didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that. And I'm like looking at it, and it has a
I
video.
thought the top of his craziness was whipping a chair across a packed stadium. I thought that
Nope.
was it. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Nope.
I didn't know bringing a bullwhip.
Yeah. But didn't he also like choke out a player doing practice
Yep.
or something?
That's why he got fired from Indiana.
Oh man.
And then he went to Texas Tech, and they had a zero tolerance policy.
Yeah.
And then that,
Yeah.
you know, I think it was also Texas Tech, not Bobby Knight, but Texas Tech
need-
that put Craig James's son in the dark room by himself because he had a concussion.
That's how you teach people not to get concussions right there.
Oh,
Not proper tackling techniques. Sit in a dark room and shut up. Water, nope.
Yeah, and that was 10,
Wow.
15 years ago. That was
I
not that long
remember
ago.
reading that.
I'm telling you, maybe we need to start a new segment that we should do every day is white people are crazy. I don't know. For your safety, Dorian, maybe you should just sit this one out.
Yeah, I might have to. 'Cause I'm not, especially.
Why is he allowed to say that, but I can't say?
If anything, I would just agree with you guys. I wouldn't even make any comments. People like,
I
yeah,
don't know
boy,
if that-
shut up. You better not say anything. However, you know what?
However, you
My
know,
brothers do it. I'm just gonna sit back.
statistically speaking,
Yeah, statistically speaking. Can I raise my
The
hand?
ha-
Shut up. Okay.
the Habsburg jaw is a real thing. See, you don't. You
Yeah.
ever look that up? Don't look it up, Dorian. Don't look it
I'm
up.
not.
A whole family that inbred themselves to fertility to keep the power and the crown in the family. Inbred themselves generation to infertility and like severe mental disabilities.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
And they have a distinct jaw.
Is it the jaw that like it looks like lurch? Like it's kind of like crooked and long or something like
I don't know how to do this without offending somebody, so I'm just gonna say Google it.
that? Okay.
Google it.
Google it later.
I mean, Jay Leno would technically have a Habsburg jaw. That's all I'm saying.
Anyways,
Anyway, don't get mad at me because you got a face like a spade shovel. Are we
So-
supposed to be talking about college
Sorry.
football? Who did this?
College
shit?
football.
I don't know.
Adam
It's
did
my
it. This
fa-
is
it's my
Adam.
fault.
It's all Adam's fault. He's the one
College
holding the
football.
leash.
So, anyways,
Dogs
so,
playing in traffic and Adam's just sitting on the sidewalk.
yeah, it looks fun. Go ahead. So Dorian, I'll ask you first, and
Hmm.
I'll go to BJ. Who is your top 6 in college football right now? In order.
In order.
All
right. I gotta say Georgia.
Okay.
I would say I'll have to be fair. Say Cincinnati.
Okay.
I would say Alabama. Then I would say Oklahoma. I would say I have to. I'm gonna say Ohio State,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna say Michigan. I
Okay.
like Michigan this year. They're my top 6.
Okay. BJ, same to you.
Georgia has earned their spot.
Yep.
I really want to put Oklahoma up there, but who have they beaten? I really want to move them number 2, but I mean, honestly, they're in the same boat as Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who've you
And
played?
that's why the blind
So-
resume comes in handy, because you can look at the conference and say, oh, okay, Big 12 versus American, but again, who have you played in the Big 12?
Yeah, you got to do something. We got to see something here. So I got to bring them down to 3 and 4, and I'm moving Alabama to 2.
SEC biased.
The thing is when's the last time you've seen them lose 2 games in a year? unless it's at the national championship. Second game is usually the national championship.
That's true.
So, I mean, if they win if they beat Georgia, I mean, they go to number 1.
Yeah.
So well, here you have it 5 and 6.
Does it matter?
It
Oh
does.
no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you because it's going to be a Big Ten team. That's all. I really want Michigan up there, Adam, because they just don't have the resume yet. They have to beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
And if they beat Ohio State, I want to put them into 4 and maybe kick Oklahoma out. That's not going to happen. That will not happen. An undefeated Oklahoma team's going over an undefeated Michigan team, or a one-loss Michigan team. That's for sure. But
yeah.
Oh man, like there is no Big Ten championship, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the likely opponent in that is who? Texas. Iowa.
Yeah.
No.
It's good. It's going to be whoever comes out of the East log jam, and then Iowa.
Iowa could fix themselves by beating Oklahoma in the championship game.
Oklahoma's not in the Big Ten, dude.
That's my mistake. My mistake.
You're not Chris Broussard. Sorry.
Hey, this is like the 3rd or 4th time he's done this.
That's good. Oh man.
This is like he's done this a couple times too.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris.
It's one thing to get like the down wrong in a play, especially as you're rolling. I get that. That happens. It's another to say that the reason why a team lost was because the offensive tackle on the other team was hurt.
Who's been with that team his whole career.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a free agent bouncing all over the place, might have played for the Bills or something. No. No.
Oh,
No.
Chris.
Dang.
So I'll answer my own question because BJ's still waffling. So yeah, Georgia's number 1, without a doubt. They are one of the best, probably the best team this year. Number 2, I've got to go with Cincinnati because they're undefeated and they've got the second best win on the board, beating Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oklahoma, and then probably Alabama. Even with the 1 loss, that's still a solid team. And then from there, it's just kind of the log jam. So I'd go with Ohio State and probably Michigan. Definitely not Michigan State. I'm looking at Michigan State's schedule today as I was going through, and like they haven't played anybody. Now that's going to change next week, but Michigan State hasn't played anybody. Penn State, they've got the 1 loss to Iowa, who's we don't know, and we also don't know where Penn State's going to be. We don't know if Sean Clifford's going to be healthy or not. Oklahoma State can't beat a team by double digits like at all. I think all of their games have been 1 score or less. So
I'm looking at the Big 12, which has 10 fucking teams.
Yeah, they can't count.
Oh.
Now they do not have a championship game. The Big 10 does.
Right.
14 teams.
Oklahoma and Oklahoma State is going to be the game.
Yeah, and that is the last game of the season.
But here's the thing. Who's Oklahoma played?
They haven't.
So,
yeah.
What makes them any better than Cincinnati? Playing each other?
That's what I'm saying. Cincinnati's got a much better win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like the Big 12 schedule and the way it sets up for success. There's nothing there. There's literally nothing there.
And the problem with the Big 12 isn't so much their conference schedule, because it is what it is very few people in the Big 12 play a good non-conference schedule.
Right.
Yes. I don't know why. Who's doing that? Was it the Big 10 where they started playing the 1 game early in the year against an SEC team or against a Pac-12 or whatever team? Yeah. That's a great idea. Get it out of the way and you can recover from that, and then count on beating your rivals late in the year and hoping that carries you through.
Yeah, I think every Big 10 team plays at least 1 Power 5 team in their non-conference schedule. Now, it could be like playing Syracuse, but that still counts as a Power 5 team.
It's something.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's better than beating Lamar, which I think is who Baylor played this year.
Playing
not Lamar from the Revenge of the Nerds. That's completely different.
Or playing Kansas.
Well, they have to do that. That's a conference game.
No, they should kick them out.
Yes, I mean if your fans storm the field because you beat an FCS school, you're relegated to the next level.
I like that. That should happen. You should just get booted the fuck out of here and be like, in a couple of years when you grow up, you can come back. But like,
Mm.
why don't we just? I think maybe this conference should stay together. Add Utah and BYU and just become the crazy cracker
Well, the
conference.
Big 12 is adding BYU, and they're adding Cincinnati.
You're not supposed to laugh at that, Dorian. What's so funny about that, Dorian?
Oh man, bro, you're hilarious. Yes.
No, but it would be bad. That'd be bad. I mean, you're adding Utah to Texas. That's that's a group. I don't even know. I don't even know if those two know each other exist.
And Catholics and convicts, I just don't know who's on what.
Well, that would be interesting.
BJ's shaking his head. He doesn't want to comment
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
I don't know.
He'll comment on the bullwhip at the press conference. We don't comment on this one.
No,
Because
I don't want to mobilize a whole church against me. That's why.
Yeah.
And it's like the church that's just above Scientology. Oh, I did it. I drug them all in. They're all here now.
Come on.
Yeah, I still cannot forgive Isaac Hayes. You'll be on a show that makes fun of every religion, every group. When they make fun of yours, like that's enough. You selfish prick.
If you guys want religious jokes, go to my Facebook page. I refuse to participate on the show.
Oh man.
So we actually do have games to pick this week, and
we have to talk about the ones we did last week.
Yeah, no.
Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So we got a lot of them right. Well, Dorian and I did anyway.
Yeah, I'm picking to win. I need comebacks. I'm not.
Yeah. I will say that none of us saw the LSU Florida game coming because I don't think anybody did. So, and I did make my picks ahead of time, and I cover them up so we can't see them. But I will say, so the first game is interesting. We just talked about Oklahoma State. They're undefeated. They've yet to beat anybody by double digits. Even the FCS school, they won by one score. They're playing at Iowa State. Iowa State is unranked. Oklahoma State, I think, is ranked 8th or 9th. Iowa State is a 7-point favorite.
Ooh.
What is Vegas trying to tell us with that?
They do not trust Oklahoma State at all.
That's what it is. That's a very good answer. And neither do I if they don't. Man, this could ruin Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, this is Oklahoma's only opponent.
Oklahoma cannot mess up if Oklahoma State loses.
No.
That's a tough one.
I just don't see it. I've been saying Iowa State's overrated since the beginning of the year. I'm going to go with Oklahoma State.
Dorian?
Vegas knows something that we don't know, but then to pick Iowa State. However, no, I didn't pick.
No.
However, I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State. It's gonna be close, but I'm gonna go with Oklahoma State.
And I went with Oklahoma State too. Simple matter is, Iowa State's just fraudulent. Like,
Good term. I like that term.
Yeah, because I think you're the one that coined it on this show. I trust them less than I trust Oklahoma State, and that's saying a lot.
You're saying a lot.
So, the next one is Oregon at UCLA. Now, Oregon is number 10, playing in the Rose Bowl. So if they win the conference, this is where they would go against UCLA, who has a good win on their resume, not great against LSU. UCLA is a 2.5-point favorite.
Disagree. Oregon's just fine playing in the Rose Bowl. They got no problem playing down there.
You picking them to beat Chip Kelly and the boys?
Yep. I'm a Cowboys fan. I saw what Chip Kelly's capable of. Yeah, I'm going Oregon.
Dorian.
I'm gonna go with Oregon too. I think they have enough to pull this out.
Yeah, I'm going with UCLA on this one.
Ooh, Chip.
So, fact of the matter is, Oregon has not looked good outside of that one perfect game against Ohio State. They have not looked good against really anybody else. They barely got by Fresno State. I think they barely got by last week, and they haven't been the Oregon that we're used to, where they're putting up 50, 60 points a game and just beating people 50 to 40. So
I'm saying it's the Chip Kelly thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. So they beat Fresno State by a touchdown. Okay, they beat Cal last week by a touchdown. So I don't trust them. I'm going UCLA.
All right.
So, and now we get to BJ's favorite game, USC versus Notre Dame.
Is it possible for both of them to lose?
Only if the Lord smites the field, which I think would be just fantastic.
I mean, that's what he smites more than he does anything else. So I figured, oh boy,
Take them.
Was that separate enough from everything else that you just cut that part out? I really'd rather have USC win just because I don't know. I don't want either one. Notre Dame's probably going to beat them. I'll pick Notre Dame.
Dorian?
Yeah, I agree. I see the Golden Domers winning at home.
I feel like there's still more talent in Notre Dame than there is in USC. That there hasn't been an adjustment yet.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next couple of years with their situation, but we'll see.
Yeah, I picked Notre Dame too, and I agree with you. I think there was just more talent on the field. USC just has not really recovered from the last round of sanctions, and that was the point. I mean, you punish them enough so that they don't do it again, or they just don't get caught. I always find it funny that because they play every year, USC Notre Dame play every year. So when they play in Southern California, it's always the last game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But when they play in Notre Dame, it's always like mid-October. Why is that? Why can't they play late November in South Bend, Indiana? So, so that game was for BJ. This game's for Dorian. So the last one is NC State, Miami. NC State's only a 3-point favorite. Dorian, you look so happy.
Bro, it's been exhausting. Also, I can stay.
You say that and you're wearing an Orlando Magic jersey.
Yeah, but it's different. It's like
he already bought it. He didn't buy it recently.
It's a Dwight Howard jersey. So I mean, that shows you.
That is true, but still, it's like the Magic. I mean, the Magic is near and dear to my heart, man. It's you kind of knew what to expect from both teams. It's just the Magic. You kind of knew that the ownership ain't really gonna do shit, but you take pride in it. You know, for me, I say.
Are you trying not to talk about how terrible Miami is?
Yes.
And they're most likely going to lose to NC State?
Yes.
Yes.
That's sure what it felt like.
So Dorian, who do you pick? NC State or Miami? Well, my hamburger, I want well done. I want some bacon.
Do you eat broccoli?
Man, like, you go first, BJ. You pick. We already know who you're gonna pick.
Yeah, I already know how to pick. I'm gonna have fun kicking this horse.
Oh, I mean, I hope Zori and Patrick isn't watching this, because if I pick anyone other than Miami, he's gonna be like, "What type of fucking fan are you?"
Well, I will tell you this.
I'm gonna message him right now.
I'm gonna stop you right there. He said that if we did a Fantasy Minute segment, he would watch, and that fucker did not listen. So say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, logic tells me that Miami's gonna fuck it up, so I gotta pick NC State, man. pains me to say it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I picked NC State too. Just Miami's just terrible this year.
Garbage.
And
Dumpster juice.
it makes you wonder, like, who was the first coach in the state of Florida to get fired? Is it going to be Manny Diaz? Is it going to be Matt Norvell? Is it going to be Dan Mullen? Or is it going to be Gus Malzahn?
I say it's going to be Manny. It's going to be
You know,
Manny.
you hope.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
too.
you hope. Let's clarify.
Yeah, and for the record, there's this rumor going on that the Hurricanes are looking to hire Gruden. That's not going to happen. They can't afford. First off, they won't be able to handle that negativity.
BJ, what was your
Listen,
comment about that earlier? About Gruden going to Miami?
What did I say?
Oh, do you need me to pull it up? Because I will.
Yes, that'll be great. I'm
Okay.
looking at it right now.
Yeah, I'm like, please shut that down. There's no way. Miami's still trying to repair.
Oh yeah, like the university that made their reputation off the hood, let's just be honest, is
Yeah.
going to hire John Gruden now? No, because where have they, like, all of Miami,
Mhm.
all the players that have come out of there, you think they're
Mhm.
going to sign on to that?
No.
And on to
I
the
don't
guy
know.
that flat out said that he was going to blackball Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
It
Yeah,
just
it's not
doesn't. It doesn't seem like something Warren Sapp, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed,
Now,
Edwin James. It doesn't seem like some of those guys that sign off on.
okay, if we're going to talk about dumbass coaching searches and all that, can I just put this to bed right now? Dabo Sweeney is not going to LSU.
He doesn't deserve to at this point.
Yeah.
He just proved he could blow the wheels off a perfectly fine situation. Like,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny that, as soon as, Coach O is gone, they're like, well, Jimbo, do you want a job? No. Dabo, do you want the job? No.
No.
Now, what I think is interesting is going underreported. So last week, there were rumblings coming out of East Lansing that Mel Tucker was interviewing for the LSU job. That wasn't even open at the time. Now the job is opened.
oh, I don't think these decisions are made on the timeline that we're led to believe they're made on.
No.
Yeah.
Now,
Not
and
for 1 second.
let's not forget that Mel Tucker was at Colorado for a season and was like, I am staying here forever. And then he was gone. So it's not like his loyalty is high up in his priority list.
Well, some of those coaches are like the best cold, stone-faced liars you ever met in your life.
Nick Saban.
Yeah. Yeah.
Belichick.
Just so ruthless with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here. I'm excited about the class we got coming in. I am the new head coach at UCLA. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
As long as they don't leave the team like Petrino did, I think they're okay.
Oh, and worse is they can kind of cherry pick the recruits they had coming to that school. Be like, hey, hey, guy. Oh.
So on the Bobby Petrino net, I think we'll take a quick break.